A provincial governor in Syria says the regime and rebels have agreed on a plan to repair a key water source for people in Damascus. Damage to a spring in the Wadi Barada region has cut off the water supply to 4 million people in the capital. Regime and rebel forces are still fighting in the area. Rebels currently control territory around the spring and are denying any deal with the regime.
We met with them and we reached a deal. This deal will include Syrian army's control of Ain al-Fijah spring and resupplying Damascus with water. Then the reconciliation agreement starts in all service, social and political fields to these villages.
Well, for more on this, we're joined now by Abubakr al-Shamahi, who joins us from Gaziantep near the Turkish border with Syria. Abubakr, there are slightly contrary claims here. Has a deal been done?
Well, this wouldn't be the first time that we have claims and counterclaims. So last week, Hezbollah-affiliated media said that a ceasefire deal had been agreed in the Wadi Barda area, but fighting continued. And this time, as you've said, the pro-regime governor is saying one thing and the rebels are saying another. Now, it remains to be seen whether the deal will actually take place. The fact, obviously, that the rebels are denying it means there's obviously still major problems, even if negotiations are taking place. But there seems to be two major points of contention when it comes to Wadi Barda. One of which is who actually damaged the water pump, the water spring area itself. So the rebels say that this was regime airstrikes that were carried out and damaged the area, whereas the regime say it was actually deliberate sabotage by the rebels, and the UN haven't been able to go in and investigate. And the other is who actually is fighting there. So the rebels, the regime, say that Jabhat Fath al-Sham, formerly affiliated with al-Qaeda and formerly known as Jabhat al-Nusra, they have fighters in Wadi Barda, and the regime doesn't consider them as part of the ceasefire deal, so they're allowed to continue fighting them. The rebels completely deny the presence of those fighters in Wadi Barda and say that this is just an excuse for the regime to continue fighting and continue in their attempt to take Wadi Barda. And it looks like, I mean, whether there's a wider ceasefire deal in Syria or not, the regime is attempting to find some sort of deal with the rebels in Wadi Barda whereby they'll evacuate or put down their weapons. And so whether there's a ceasefire deal or not, the regime is attempting to consolidate its control over the Damascus area and will continue in its attempts to do so.
Okay, Abubakr, thank you.